Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Phil Cobble, Fine Homes and Land. Folks, over the last 30 years, Phil Cobble has had a hand in $300 million worth of real estate transactions right here in East Tennessee. Homes like this one, this beautiful home right there, Melton Hill Lake, that is 7 acres, large swimming pool. You see the lake view from the back. This home was just put on the market this week, as a matter of fact, by one of our viewers. So call Phil Cobble and his team about this home. If you're looking for a home or if you're looking to sell, call Phil and your home might be the next one to be seen right here on the Sports Source Showcase. Phil Cobble, Fine Homes and Land. His phone number will be right on the monitor on our desk throughout this segment. Okay, time for the no huddle portion of our show. Coaches discussed this week the idea, well, they've been discussing for a while, the idea of a 10-second delay that would prevent hurry-up offenses from rushing to the line of scrimmage quite so fast. I don't see that one coming down the line anytime soon. However, in order to kind of make things easier on the officials, the SEC will experiment with putting an 8th official on the field this year. One crew is going to have an 8th official who will line up in the offensive backfield, who will help keep an eye on spotting the ball, allow everybody else to do their jobs rather than having to rush and hurry when a team's doing the hurry-up. Any problems with putting another official on the field?
No, I mean, I think you're adjusting to how the game has changed, and you need to do something. Just like the defenses have had trouble adjusting to what the offenses are doing, I think it's a great move.
Creates jobs. America needs to go back to work.
Very good. I think it's right. You had coaches last year saying that you'd still have officials running toward them, looking toward them when the ball snapped because it was going too soon. So I think adding an official helps out. Let me ask these two a different question about a rule. A couple of years ago, Greg Schiano was the head coach at Rutgers. He had been a defensive coordinator at Miami. Brilliantly, he started putting his own football camp for Rutgers in South Florida. The NCAA came out and said, no, you have to have your camps on campus. That left a loophole. Now guys like James Franklin, these Yankee coaches, are coming down, they're invading the South, these carpetbaggers trying to make off with Southern talent. They are guest coaching Franklin specifically is guest coaching at a Georgia State camp. So Georgia State University is welcoming him in. There's talk about Brian Kelly of Notre Dame doing the same thing. SEC coaches are saying, whoa, wait a second, you're coming into our backyard to do this. The rule said we can't have camps somewhere else. You're just creating a loophole and skirting around it. Should they close the loophole?
A second war of northern aggression, I think.
Yes, exactly.
You know what? My first feeling is no. Don't close the loophole simply because you've got so many rules now that it's just at some point in time just let things happen. But when you think about it, nobody from the SEC wants to go up and have a camp in New Jersey or New York. So that being the case, you're giving an advantage to one above the Mason-Dixon where the guys below it don't. So.
Or are you simply leveling the playing field because the Southern coaches have all that talent just running around anyway?
Not level.
Why wouldn't Butch Jones want to go to Ohio or Texas and have a camp? I bet he would.
Well, I think he might want to go to Ohio, but the vast majority, I think we all have seen the maps, the vast majority of talent is in the ACC, SEC, Big 12. It's in that swath. There's a reason Jim Delaney of the Big 10 says we're going to have to change the way we do business because the demographics. Everybody's leaving the Rust Belt, moving south.
The way the SEC would do it, they'd go to another section of the SEC
area.
Yeah.
That's right.
Nick Saban would have one in Louisiana.
And Florida and Georgia.
Yeah. Yep.
That's right. Look, if you're going to have the rule that says you can't have camps, then you go ahead and close the loophole and say you can't even guest coach at a camp. And clearly that's just skirting the rule.
They'll change that once a high-profile 4 or 5-star athlete signs with Penn State that went to the camp. Yeah. That's when it'll change.
All right. Just give me some quick thumbs up, thumbs down on these. The SEC is thinking about simulcasting the video that the replay booth is seeing when they're reviewing a play, simulcasting that right on the Jumbotron live as they're looking at it in the replay booth. Any problems with this?
Yes.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
In some of these situations, I give it the thumbs down because I think you can show something that if it doesn't get overturned, if the fans aren't happy, that it is just going to cause a really, really ugly situation.
Soccer riot.
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking, soccer riot.
Leads to orneriness. So we got 2 thumbs down and two thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Transparency and game day experience.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
make it better for the guys in the stands.
The bottom line is that's what you're trying to get. You're trying to get people to come to the stadiums. So that's all right. The SEC is going to allow sound systems and noisemakers, meaning cowbells, from the end of a play until the center steps over the ball for the next play. That is a heck of a lot more that now you're allowed to pipe in music. Think of it like an NFL stadium. You're going to hear the gongs. You're going to hear the Big Ben, all that stuff.
Smokey will growl and howl.
Yeah, you get all that kind of stuff. The chicken will cluck over at South Carolina. Do you like this or no?
Personally, I don't, but I can see why game experience,
Once
right?
again, same thing.
Yeah. See, thumbs up just
Thumbs
because
up.
you're doing it for game
Now, I
experience.
like talking to the person I'm at the game with more, so it'll be a distraction, but I understand it, so you might as well. Yeah.
I'll give it a thumbs up if Sterling Hinton is considered a noisemaker.
I think a lot of people consider Sterling to be a noise, but that's correct. All right, the last one, add a 10th football coach. There's a push now in the SEC that some of the coaches say, let's add a 10th football coach instead of the 9 we have now. However, cut the support staff, put a cap on it. And I'm guessing Nick Saban's not in favor of that one because a lot of the coaches around here are looking at Alabama and they see 40 support staff or somewhere in that number. Mm-hmm. So the problem is, nobody else can afford to have 40 people working on their staff. Idea, if you're going to do them together, let's marry them together. Add a 10th coach, but slice the number of support staff. Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Two thumbs up.
Really like that.
Yeah, two thumbs. The support staff, the guys at Alabama have to wear name tags. There's so many of them.
They don't even know each other.
Yeah, they don't even know each other. They have to sign in.
Mike?
Create jobs.
But you're gonna
You're
lose
cutting
jobs.
I know.
Yes, thumbs down.
I'm thumbs up. I mean, this is another thing that really looks like you're trying to separate the haves and the have-nots because a lot of the lower level schools outside of the Big Five can't afford a 10th coach.
So that would be thumbs down.
No. I'm saying that's why they're doing it, but I'm still in favor for it because they'll ultimately cap the 40 total.
For it or against it?
Well, everybody's confused me now, so I'm going to go against it.
Ten-
Just because I
add
don't
a
like
10th
change.
Add a 10th coach, cut the
Cut
support
the
staff.
support staff. Nah, just let people do what they're doing now.
Okay. Very good. We'll be back with the Mike Strange Jobs Report in our next segment. More potential football and basketball changes to come. We're also going to talk about Tennessee's basketball roster. Much more on the Sports Source. Come on back.